Hi, we've been visiting a number of our sister churches all over South Haiti, and we've been getting great reports on them, being able to get a lot of great status reports, as well as just personal seeing them with our own eyes. Hi, I'm Dan Shoemaker with Reciprocal Ministries International, and we've been here for 4 days now. We're sitting in the Port-au-Prince airport, getting ready to head home, and as I think about all we've seen, the misery, the heartache, but it's also the triumphs. We've been able to visit several churches where very little has been impacted in the facilities of the church and school and parsonage by the earthquake, and other churches where it's just been devastated. One of the areas we just visited yesterday was Cote de Fer, and by God's grace, that church and that town was not hit very hard at all with the earthquake. The church and school and parsonage are in great shape. The pastor was telling us out in the mountain areas behind them that had a lot of damage and a lot of homes were lost there. It's very sad, but this is what we're finding all over. At Cote de Fer, we met the new pastor, and we're excited to see him, and he's excited to receive a team from McGregor Baptist Church this October. They're planning to come down for a visit, and a very timely visit it'll be. We really saw a lot of areas. It wasn't. It gave us a good understanding of the breadth of the destruction throughout Haiti. We were up into Beaumont, up in the middle of the peninsula. We were way down the south coast. We were down toward where Cote de Fer is, down further toward Port-au-Prince. And I can tell you the devastation is just all over, and it really hurts our heart. Bad news, our retreat center, the main building there with the kitchen and the 2 dorm rooms is destroyed. It's not going to be able to be kept. We can't repair it. It's still standing, but structurally it is just in terrible shape. And so that's going to be a big project ahead of us. We're going to have to tear that down and then find the funding to rebuild that. So be praying with us that God will provide those funds for us. So what's the next steps? We've been talking about relief efforts, tarps, food, these kinds of things, and that is still a great need. But as we get beyond that need, those needs will be there for a while, but we get beyond them, we're looking at beginning to rebuild. And so we're going to be studying what's the best way to rebuild. We'll be looking to have work teams come down and help us. And we'll be looking at seeing how we can enable you to be a part of that project at your church and other churches as well. Right now we still have we have some slots for teams in the fall, and we have a lot of opportunities starting in January. What that's going to look like, we're not sure exactly yet. We're going to work on that, and we'll be getting more information to each of our sister churches as we move on. Consider that. How can you send a team to be a part of helping to rebuild, or at least to come and encourage your church and be a part of them in the near to future, in the next 3 to 9 months type of thing. Go to rmibridge.org and provide food, provide tarps, and particularly provide for the general fund, earthquake fund, to help RMI in its responses as we continue on doing so much in so many areas. We really need to consider too, how can we help our schools? And one of the best ways is to sponsor more kids to help these families that haven't the money now, the funding, to be able to pay for their schooling, and we need sponsors to help them cover that expense. So be praying for that. We need more sponsors, and we ask you to help us with that. So that's kind of our recap of what's happened this past week as we've been down here with our RMI team. We're just so thankful for our men and women in RMI, the tremendous effort they have put forth to minister to their own people, to reach out to them, to help them, to encourage them all over South Haiti. Our team has been at the forefront of helping and enabling God's people to get the help they need and to be encouraged in Christ. That's what we're all about, transforming lives in Christ. And our team does a excuse me, getting choked up. Our team does a great job of that. So thank you for your prayers for us. Continue to pray and get involved. Thanks for all you're doing. God bless you guys.